program. I'm State Representative Rosemary Brown. One of the biggest and most important challenges facing the state legislature each year is the adoption of a budget. The process is expected to be especially difficult this year as the state faces a revenue shortfall of at least $4 billion. Let's spend 5 minutes talking about the subject with House Appropriations Chairman Bill Adolph.
Hi, Rosemary.
Hello, Chairman. How are you?
Nice to see you.
Good to see you as well. I was encouraged that the Governor Corbett is proposing to spend less money than last year and no new tax increases in the budget. How did these priorities compare to the previous administration?
Well, a big difference. This time last year, Governor Rendell had proposed a $29 billion spending plan, and he had proposed in his budget address approximately $1 billion in new taxes to be put in a lockbox. And so there's a big difference, a complete change of philosophy, you know, meaning that it's not a revenue problem, it was a spending problem. And I commend Governor Corbett for his control regarding the spending. $27.3 billion is still a lot of money.
Absolutely.
But it's almost $1 billion less than what we had last year, $800 million to be exact. So I'm looking forward to working out a budget within those parameters.
Absolutely. I was disappointed to see a little bit of an increase in the Department of Welfare. And knowing that we're just starting with this proposal, how do you feel that as a House we can get that number down a little bit realistically?
Well, realistically, we have to.
Yeah.
That for the first time, Representative, is the largest number that we're spending. This is the category #1, overtook education. It's 40% of our budget. We have to put some controls on it. My office is receiving phone calls from Department of Welfare employees saying that they know there's an awful lot of fraud there. I got a phone call last week saying that we're sending 7 checks to one address every single month. I got a fax last week from an employee that works in the family court system saying that there's all types of fraud going on there, people saying that they no longer live with each other, and they actually do just to receive some additional benefits. So, you know, this is, you know, the legislature, we don't like to micromanage things, you know. So, but I was encouraged by our new welfare secretary. He had the same type of job in Rhode Island, and I think he's going to really turn things around. But we have to reduce spending in that department. We obviously want to take care of those disabled folks and the elderly and the children out there that need it the most. And in order to get them the proper funding, we have to take care of the fraud and the abuse. So that's one of our goals in this year's budget.
Absolutely. Get to the people who really need it.
Absolutely.
Right.
Right. Yes.
And on to also another subject that's a very big subject in my district is both basic and higher education in this budget have received significant cuts. How do you feel, you know, where can we go from this to maybe try to get some money back into that?
Well, I think if we're going to deal with the $27.3 billion, we're going to have to find other areas of the budget, such as welfare, as you mentioned, where we can make some adjustments. I agree with you that basic education, some of the formula needs to be changed. They made some adjustments that we weren't expecting, and it's, you know, there has never been a budget that has been proposed that actually became law. The legislature is an equal part, and we're going to make the adjustments that we feel will help our constituency, the taxpayers, and higher education is an important part of our economy. And you know, an educated world's a better world. So, and local property taxes, I know in your district is a big issue. And when Pennsylvania sends less funding to the locals, obviously property taxes will go up. And sometimes since we're not doing the local budgets, it's a tough situation that we put in. We provide some funding, but we don't vote on the budget. So we have to work in partnership with our local school districts in order to make sure our kids receive a good education. So we need to work on that.
We could talk for a long time
Yes,
on
we
this
can.
subject. So
Yeah.
I may have you back. We're wrapping up with
I'd
time.
love to be back.
Chairman Adolph, thank you very much.
My pleasure.
I appreciate your time.
My pleasure.
Thank you.
Yes.
If you have any questions or comments about this or any other legislative topic, my contact information will be on the screen in a few seconds. I'm State Representative Rosemary Brown. Thanks again for watching.